Was born
Hold on,
July.
hold on. Okay, go.
Frida Kahlo was born July 6, 1907, and died on July 13, 1954. At the age of 6, Frida developed polio, which caused her right leg to appear much thinner than the other. It was to remain that way permanently. On September 17, 1925, Kahlo was riding in a bus when the vehicle collided with a trolley car. She suffered serious injuries as a result of the accident, including a broken spinal column, a broken collarbone, broken ribs, a broken pelvis, 11 fractures in her right leg, a crushed and dislocated right foot, and a dislocated shoulder. Also, an iron handrail pierced her abdomen and her uterus, which seriously damaged her reproductive ability. The painting we have chosen is The Broken Column, which was painted in 1944. This painting addresses her full painful condition. She painted this during a 5-month period when she had to wear a steel orthopedic corset. We see her as a female San Sebastian with nails instead of arrows piercing her flesh. In the painting, an open column replaces her broken spine. This is seen against a desert landscape with dark ribbons.
She described her health issues as a form of punishment. The straps of the corset shown on her are extremely important, especially since Frida painted herself completely naked in the painting at first. She went back to add them to the painting. They help to send the ultimate meaning of the painting. They also are all that is holding the artist's broken body together and upright. This represents structure and stability, things that she was lacking at the time. An ionic column is also introduced in the painting. It is broken in several places, symbolizing her damaged spine. The landscape contains many fissures and ditches. This shows how distraught and damaged her life was. There are many nails driven into the body and face of Frida, showing her extreme pain both physically and emotionally. Physically, there are nails in her body to represent all the physical pain she is experiencing due to the accident. The large nail that is piercing her heart is a valid representation of all the emotional pain caused by her husband, famous artist Diego Rivera, because of his infidelity. If you investigate her face, you will see many tears falling down her face that are also a representation of her pain. They also show her true emotions. There are also many metaphors found in the painting. One metaphor that is present is that love hurts. This is shown by the large nail found in her heart. This shows causes the pain she feels as a woman once her husband continues to cheat on her. The painting can be said to carry a message of humor in it. Frida once said in reference to this piece of artwork, "You must laugh at life." She later continued to say, "Look very, very closely at my eyes. The pupils are doves of peace. That is my little joke on pain and suffering."
Right. The column metal piece in between the woman's chest, running from her neck down, as well as the nails that are punctured all over her body, is what the artist emphasizes on in this piece. The background of the painting describes subordination because it's plain, solid, dull colors. She seems to be standing out in the middle of nowhere. Kahlo used diagonal lines to display the different angles of nails that are punctured into her body as a representation of abuse she has gone throughout her life. Symmetrical balance is displayed in this piece from the center of the woman's body, starting from the imperfection of her unibrow to the metal piece splitting her body in half. The focal point in this piece is, of course, the center of the woman's body as well.
In conclusion, Frida Kahlo is one of the most celebrated artists of the 20th century. Kahlo accomplished everything with disabilities and illnesses that cursed her entire life. She is known as a woman that took situation into her own hands. As Frida reached adulthood, she began to claim to have been born in 1910 so that people would associate her with the Mexican Revolution. Frida was definitely a woman that took charge of her own destiny, and what makes a woman a feminist, the belief that you have the power to choose and control your fate. One aspect of Frida's personality that caused her to be so successful was her self-confidence. All the time spent alone, bedridden, caused Frida to develop a healthy and honest relationship with herself. 55 of her over 143 paintings were self-portraits. portraits. Typically, Frida's talent was not fully recognized by the world until after death. She is now recognized worldwide as one of the most influenced artists of her time, and viewers have less of a myopic view of her works.